So, good morning, everyone, or good afternoon, or good night from wherever you're listening. And it's us again to annoy your earlobes. So, it's Rebecca and
And I'm Antonio.
yeah, and we are Muller's Ratchet. So today I do have a bit of investigating to do, and Antonio is going to help me answer some questions. Maybe a lot of you have similar questions, or you've asked ChatGPT and it's not giving you a clear answer. So what I'd like to do today is have an expert on our hands, as we do, to ask these questions. So yes, I had a situation the other day. We'll start off with the time problem. So, as you do, as a typical 20-something woman, I was on ChatGPT asking some questions because I just, like to think that maybe ChatGPT can predict the future. They can, you don't want to bother friends anymore, so you ask them questions.
Yeah, if only it could.
Yeah. If only it could predict what was going to happen. I mean, I know that Alexa was talking about giving the lottery numbers, but I think that was a totally fake video, if I'm honest with you. But somebody must have staged that.
Yeah, no, it's totally fake. But would you use it for asking for lottery numbers? Because it's the archetypical example of what would you do?
Yeah.
I'll ask for the lottery numbers. Probably it's influenced from that film, Back to the Future. Do they do that in that film? Am I spoiling someone?
Well, if they haven't seen it by now, they should be spoiled.
Yeah.
Into not watching it.
Yeah.
But they, I think that was one of the things that happened on there where we are looking at how technology can suit to us, maybe give us these advantages of predicting, so to gain something. Now with the lottery, obviously that's something that everybody is interested in, but I'm pretty sure that the response that Alexa gave was totally staged, saying I know the secret code, etc, etc. So for me it was trying to ask something but tell ChatGPT that today is today. I think it was, let's take, for example, the 23rd of January. It was the 23rd of January, and it told me that it was the 21st. So I then went back and I had to correct it, and this was really weird. Don't believe me, I do still have it on my phone, but for anybody who's interested. But it was strange, and I had to ask myself, is that because the last time that I had been on that specific chat, it was the 21st of January, and it still thinks it's the 21st of January and not the 23rd? Does time move with AI? Does AI have a concept of time? Does it flow at the same rhythm that we do?
Yeah, that is an interesting question, and it's actually a hard problem to solve for AIs, and when I say AI, most of the time I mean LLMs, which is your ChatGPT, Gemini, and the such. Not the images generating part, that is not an LLM. That is usually some other thing, like, say, Stable Diffusion or something like that. But for the actual chat part, the talking part, LLMs. So for an LLM, as we've discussed a few times in this podcast, they're like a fancy autocomplete. And what that means is you train the LLM, meaning you make it remember, quote unquote, the whole of the internet. And when you ask questions, it would answer you back based on their memory, so on the thing that it has stored. Actually, little parenthesis here, I read just today some study they made about what if you could turn this stochastic part of LLMs to zero. That would mean it would give you always the same answer without inventing anything. So that would be like a search engine. It would give you accurate results because it would give you always pre-learned answers. So
from its memory.
Yeah. There is an
Okay.
interesting topic we can go later. But for your question,
Definitely.
we can test it like right
Okay.
now and see what it
Awesome.
does.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you along the way what I think is going on. So if I ask what date is it today, it is going to say today is January 30, which it is.
30th. Yeah. Great. Could we
And what
correct it?
time is it? So we're recording this about
Don't that-
10:50 Spanish time, and it
Yeah.
says I have no idea what the current time it is.
Yeah. Because of the time zone. But does that mean that you
Yeah. So
you don't
I'm
have the
in
location?
CET right now. We are in
Yeah.
CET as we are in the winter time in Spain. So in CET, it's still not able to give us the answer.
Huh. And is this going to be the same for everybody, or is it because your location is not connected to it?
It is going to be the same for everybody. And
right.
the reason why is, as I said, LLMs don't really know time. So there's
Right.
they don't know about time. They don't know about the universe, how it works around us as we do. They don't have a concept for 3D space. They're just returning answers from their pre-programmed memory.
Yeah, because there's
So-
just this little
Yeah.
thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They don't understand time.
And can we
They're
teach them
autocomplete.
time?
So why then did it say that today it is
Yeah.
the date that it is?
Exactly.
Well, it is because there's a hidden prompt when you're talking to ChatGPT. There's a prompt as some text that ChatGPT is receiving to autocomplete from. And those are the instructions that OpenAI is giving him or it to answer to you. So a prompt might be, you are ChatGPT, a helpful assistant. Your job is to answer user questions.
Yeah.
And here is the user question. In this case, it would be, what date is it today? And based on that, it would try to fulfill the question using the instructions that you
that they were
gave him.
given.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one
Okay.
thing that you could do is to, in those instructions, say, hey, today it is January the 13th. So it would give you the answer based on that. So
Okay.
that's what they're doing. They're
Great.
telling in the instructions what is today's date, and apparently they're not saying what time is it.
Yeah, so they're not specifying because obviously
Yeah.
that's going to depend differently on everybody. But then, so it's pre-programmed to know the date. But then, I mean,
Yeah.
could we then say to it, actually, you're wrong, it's this day, and try to confuse it? Would it say something on the contrary to what we're saying?
Let's try that. And it's
Yeah.
actually February 1st, which is
Yeah, let's-
it isn't. And it
There
says,
we go.
yeah, you're right.
So
because-
really,
It doesn't understand time. It's just telling you auto-completing out of the info it does have.
yeah.
So the
So
reason
what-
they're not telling it time, and I'm going to just finish this sentence, is because when you start talking to it, it might be 10:30, and if you keep talking with it, it might have well passed 5 minutes. So the time is going to be skewed very quickly. The date
Yes.
isn't as usually changed during your conversation. So it's pretty safe to assume that today's date is this one. That's why they're
Yeah.
doing the date but not the time.
Yeah, but it could have gone past midnight, and then we're saying, well, actually, now where I am, it's
Yeah.
not that day anymore; it's the next day.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's the
And-
reason why if you have a long-standing conversation with him, he got, I keep saying he, but it's a he for me.
Whoever they may be.
Yeah, it got today's date at the beginning of the conversation in the
Yeah.
instructions part that you aren't able to see.
Yeah.
So when you continue talking, it still thinks, it still remembers from the instructions that today is this date.
Right. So it's kind of basically just following your orders,
Exactly.
and so it really it's like we're telling it what to do. I don't know if you've seen. I don't know if you've been asked the same question when you've opened ChatGPT, but when I went into it, it asked me how I wanted to be answered. So in a friendly way, in a professional way, in a relaxed tone. It was quite interesting, and I decided to just just totally skip that because I wanted to test. It's incredible that we can also ask what tone we want to be answered in. It shows you then, it kind of supports our point of there's not really any personality behind that AI. There's no independent thinking there, even though it's something that is widely taking over. And this is something that has worried me. I sent you this the other day, the video, where there is somebody who is using AI to, let people know, to enlighten people to the fact that, well, be careful because scammers are now using AI. And the video I sent you, there was a man obviously with he's using the electroplates where he's got the mask on his face, and he's then reproducing the video of an elderly woman sat outside of her house and asking for a donation to help with her family. And you can see him talking at the same time as she is. Now, what about... This is something that, we have access to, as a generally younger generation. But I know that my nan, for example, she uses Facebook. That's more common for then the later generations. So with that, if they then go in and see one of those videos and they have no idea about the how am I describing this? The hot wave of AI that's currently come in. They're going to be more susceptible to thinking that this is true, and it's a dangerous thing to have. That's a hazardous, how can I put that? It's the downside, really, of AI that it's going into the wrong hands and people are using it in a wrong way. I mean, it's terrifying to think that our grandparents or parents could be sat there and they do take the information literally from these AI videos. Is there any way that we can prevent that? Do you think that anybody's coming up with any solution for us to warn people?
Yeah, well, what you would have to do, as always, is to make people aware that they shouldn't be trusting someone until proven otherwise. And
Yes.
like, for instance, the scam made from... This has been going on for a long time.
Right.
About, hey, it's your daughter, Kylie. I've lost my phone and this is a friend's phone. Can you send me 30 euros to this? Because I need it for fuel. So that would work on many people, surprisingly.
No.
And it's a scam that's going on long before AI came into place. So really, if you think about it, what AI does is that you can just shift the scams and go for more elaborate ones. But there's always going to be a way to trick people into doing things if you're gullible enough, or so
there's no way really to kind of warn.
I would say it's a very tricky path that you can go, and there are hundreds, and you can think of thousands of new methods to trick people into doing stuff they don't want.
What
So
about like having something on these videos that can tell you? I mean, do they have to specify that it's AI? Is that some type of law? Is there any legalities related to it of you have to say online that this is AI?
yeah, no, you are supposed to say that this is AI, but if you're trying to be a thief, if you're trying to commit a crime, the less
You're
crime
not
that
going to
you care
say.
about is not labeling your video properly.
Yeah, this is the problem. It's awful, but
Yeah.
it's I wish that I mean, is there a system that we can run it through? I mean, I know that older generations probably aren't going to look at a video and say, "Oh, let me just run it through the system to see if it's AI or if it's real." But is there,
Yeah.
if you could give one tip to older generations when they're
Yes.
watching videos online, what's like one hint that is a giveaway? What's the biggest giveaway for these videos?
Yeah. What I'd say, and it's really a two-part question. First
Mm,
part, it's isn't there any giveaways that you can look into?
mm.
And there is watermarking, and
Yeah.
that is a thing when you create a text or you create an image, it has a
Right.
watermark on it.
Yeah.
So with the proper tools, you can identify that this is a watermarked picture and label
Right.
it. You can flag it as AI made.
Right.
Problem is, this is a watermark that they have to do. So they might
Mm.
decide not to. And if you
Okay.
generate images on your computer, you can very easily disable the watermarking. That's the first part. The second part is the watermark, you can only see it with the proper tools. It
Exactly.
wouldn't
And who
be
has the tools?
it wouldn't be really useful. Well, the tools might be available.
Yeah.
You could make a verification just like they did here in Spain. There's
Mm.
this ongoing law for tickets, for shopping tickets.
Right. Uh-huh.
It was supposed to be from this year, but they postponed the law, so it's after next
Oh,
year's
right.
that you have to label your tickets with a QR code, and that QR code would lead you to a government site, and you can verify that
Uh-huh.
that ticket is legal.
Yeah.
So you
Great.
could do something like that. But if you're generating
Mm.
images and they are legit, and you want to use it, the images or the videos generated for say doing a movie, you wouldn't want the visible watermarks on your videos, wouldn't you?
No. Exactly. Would ruin the image.
Yeah, so that's what they went the route of invisible watermarks.
Uh-huh.
But the problem with invisible watermarks is that they are invisible. So
Exactly. So who's going to see that?
yeah,
Right.
and the other part. Sorry, I forgot the second question.
Yeah, you said it was a two-part question.
Yeah,
Uh-huh. Of how to identify it, the first one.
yeah.
Ways
You
to
said
tell.
yeah. What are the tips for identifying?
Yeah.
So as we discussed in our latest podcast, I recommend you
Mm.
to take a look at it if you haven't
Yep.
yet. Uh, the main trick that you can use to identify pictures or videos is to look at the lighting. The lighting is usually
Yes.
wrong.
With the shadows you said
The
last time with
shadows.
all of this, so it's
Exactly.
I mean, but if you have, let's think about somebody who maybe hasn't got great eyesight or is just,
Yeah.
so used to thinking, oh, for let's take my granny for example. She's sat
Mm-hmm.
on Facebook, she's looking through, she's seeing the video and she goes, oh, isn't that lovely? The issue with that is that sometimes, I mean, I'm not saying that they don't have the ability to, but sometimes it doesn't even cross our minds because we're so trusting of, I'm on Facebook, I know this is safe, and I just see this video. And the lighting, I'm not even going to question it. So this is, for somebody who is more in the know about it, like you are, and like you said previously, look at the shades, look at the position, where are the shadows. It's true, we're more clued up in that sense. So I mean, is AI just going to be flooding all the social media pools? Is there any way that we can restrict it? Can we take it away?
Bad news is it is going to, and it already is.
Yeah, I can see it even more.
Yeah, if you've gone online the last months, you would see that by today, most of the content either is AI generated or at least looks AI generated.
Yeah, I don't mind the monkey video flying off. That one's great. But anything other than that, I'm so not down for it. But it's frustrating. There was this post that said, learn these interesting facts. Stay with our profile every day so that you get all of this interesting information from around the world. And it literally had a picture. I'm trying to remember who the actor was. It was an actor. And it had been generated with AI, and he was looking really surprised at this book. And I thought, that's so obviously fake. Like, it's at least have a bit of class.
Yeah, and I'll tell you more. I was trying to look for a book that I have around here that I keep close to my heart because it's the first time I've been scammed into buying an AI generated book, like a physical hard copy.
You have one.
I do have one, and the reason why it's I looked for some topic and I found a book. It had good reviews, so I thought that looks fine. That looks legit. Yeah, let's go for it. It wasn't that much money.
Yeah.
And when I received it, you can very clearly see that it's a ChatGPT generated.
Oh, and how could you tell?
Book.
The book.
All of the chapters have the same structure.
Okay.
Like they have a brief exposition, then you have main bullet points, then a brief explanation of each one, and they all end with the same words.
Bit obvious.
So that is why this is the best way to do this and this. And it is AI generated 100%. And but yeah, it's just a thing that we are going to have to accept and
have to
deal
battle with it. That's really irritating. I don't know if you've seen, I know that this is not related to AI, but just a quick funny little story there for your book reference. I don't know if you've seen the story of the person who was selling books online, and it was a book of how to scam people, and it said how to scam people, and somebody actually bought it, and then the person wasn't sending the book and just taking the profit and said, well, now you've learned.
Yeah, exactly.
It was awful. But maybe it was some type of book karma. But an AI generated books nowadays with AI, I'm worried about these younger generations who are going to lose, maybe they won't, but maybe they're going to lose the art of writing because it's all just going to be set out for them in a generator. Anybody can write a book nowadays then.
Yeah, surely. Anybody can.
So what's...
Problem is, as I said, I was watching morning TV the other day here, and there is this show I don't really like, but they run it all day long, and it's they run videos from the internet. Like this whole, I think 30-minute section where they just watch Twitter basically, or X, or TikTok. I don't know what are their sources, but it's just basically checking out TikTok. And they were talking about a monkey video, not the monkey flying away you were
not my one.
But
I have to put it in here one day. Yeah.
And they were talking about it as if it were real, but it wasn't. It was AI generated.
Yeah. Okay. So it was still getting a lot of hype, even though it wasn't
Yes,
actually really
it was
made.
a video about a monkey laying on its bed with a face mask on,
Oh, right. It's
and
okay.
you've probably seen it. It was so
I don't
obvious.
think I have. Right, but it was
It,
obvious that it was just not real.
it was so obvious. Yes.
Oh no. So it's
Yeah.
it's stepping in more and more, which means that we're gonna have this big question in time of we are going to give literary power to AI to take over books now too. So not just is it going into our phones, but it's actually going into solid material things.
Yeah.
It's now everywhere. What will be of literature? As a literature lover, I'm now worried. Am I
Yeah.
going to have to question every book that I look at? Was somebody trying to save time and
Uh,
put it through ChatGPT?
yeah, well, for the time being, it is pretty safe because you can spot it when it is
Yeah,
AI generated or not.
big
I
time.
guess it's going to get better as time passes because it's not
This
that
is the
hard
issue.
to. Yeah, but what I'm most concerned about is not people creating books with it because I mean it's fiction. If you enjoy it, do you really care who wrote it?
Who wrote it? I do.
Yeah,
I like
you
to know
do.
that a person sat down and really put the time and effort into thinking for themselves. But I mean, I guess you're thinking of the basic ideas and then putting it into the generator and saying, I want this plot, I want these character names, I want this to happen, can you
Hmm.
write it for me? But that's what makes me think. With the dialogue, when you then put all of this plot and the storyline into the AI generator, what
Yep.
about dialogue? Do you still have to create it, or does the AI generate then the conversations between these people?
No, it can definitely create everything. That is
No.
not a problem. It is said that I don't remember if it's ChatGPT or what the AI
Mm.
is. It can recite like the first three chapters of Macbeth.
Oh wow, okay. It's is that
Yeah,
because it's online and it's learning it from memory?
yeah, exactly. It's
Yeah. So
it's
my
exactly because of
question,
that. Yeah.
yeah, this is what I'm thinking. If then whatever it's writing for you, is that taking it from other places online and is it plagiarism?
It is kind of a plagiarism, so
Yeah.
it really isn't because it's not citing like entire paragraphs
Yeah,
from works,
but it's
but it's
taking
taken a little bit of
references.
everywhere. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's plagiarism because when you talk, what
Yeah.
you do is you form words based on structures
Your
that you've
knowledge.
learned before.
Exactly.
So it's
So
kind of the same thing.
it's as if it's got, so we're born into the world. It's like the AI is born into the technology world, and then it has
Yep.
to learn language the same way that we do. So everything that they say is learnt from something and then just put
Yep.
into its own way of thinking. Well, if you want to say
Hmm.
thinking, or its own concept. So,
Yep.
I mean, that means that you could literally just go and write a whole book, put it into the generator, and say, okay, I want it to be about this. But is it going to be as good a quality as it would be if it was written by a person?
Yeah. Well, quality is it's subjective.
Subject. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
subject to principle. Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
I heard this joke about. I think it's from iRobot. I don't
okay.
really recall. I reckon it's from there,
Yeah.
saying, but you as a robot, you cannot draw a beautiful piece of art or
Uh
write
huh.
a piece of music. And the robot replies
Hmm.
back, but and can you, as a human?
Can you? Exactly. Yeah. Can
Yeah,
you? Uh huh. It's so
yeah.
true. But is it about the ability or the the learning process. So from a person, from a human and a
Yeah.
robot, we have the ability to do it, but we're learning it from somewhere. But does the robot have the ability to do it from learning it? It's can it do it straight off?
Yeah, no, if it's a derived work and
Yeah.
writing and doing pictures, it's derived work from your memory in a way, then it can definitely 100% learn it and improve over time.
No. No.
So,
It's
yeah.
terrifying.
Uh,
Scaring me now.
what I find infuriating about it, it's not the AI writing or doing pictures or anything.
Yeah.
That I reckon it's a totally legit use case, and there are hundreds of good use cases as well as there are hundreds of bad use cases. But you can say that about any technology.
Right.
What I see as a problem is the process for which they have learned. And
Okay.
I'm going to put an example to it. Anthropic, which is one of the big three in AI, being the
Yeah.
other two, OpenAI and Google.
Yeah.
I'm not really counting Meta or Facebook. They are like not part of the big three, definitely. So
Okay.
Anthropic, they have downloaded illegally 7 million books
Oh.
to train the AI. So
Oops.
they didn't have the rights for them.
To download them.
And there's this archive called Anna's Archive, which is people that they believe in free culture, which is the thing I could be in favor of.
Yeah.
So what they have basically is tons of books, music, and everything.
Right.
They are the ones who recently leaked Spotify's full catalog.
Okay.
So like they have access. I don't remember the exact amount, but like about 400 petabytes of music,
Wow.
like a freaking lot of music. They downloaded from Spotify, and they have tons of books too. So
Yeah.
these people from Anthropic contacted them, saying, "Hey, like we would like access to your books, pretty please."
No.
And the other thing that they did, like me as a frustrated fiction author, I feel being stealed from, even though I'm not
Uh-huh.
published, I probably won't be ever.
You
But
will one day.
I will. Thank you for your confidence in me. Um, but I feel like that is theft.
Exactly. You wrote a
No,
book and now it's just being thrown to
yeah.
someone. Yeah.
But the most infuriating part that I find is that what they did next was buying actual physical books
Right.
and scanning them to feed the AI. So what they did, if you're aware of Google Books, Google
Yeah.
has this process of scanning physical books to
Yeah.
store them for posterity. So what they do, they invented this machine. It's super cool machine. You can look it online.
Awesome.
It takes the book and it turns the pages automatically. It scans them and saves them somewhere.
Yeah.
But that's too complicated. So what these people at Anthropic did is just rip the books open, scan
No.
them, and then discard the pages. And
Right.
they
That's
did
so
that
sad.
with hundreds of thousands of books just to train the AI. So my concern, at least, it's not about the property theft,
Yeah.
but more about the environmental
Damages it's
footprint.
causing. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean it's not just the environment, but also the I wouldn't well Audacity is one of them, but also it's the basic principle of it in itself, of just, someone's worked really hard on that. That's someone's blood, sweat, and tears, and then you just go and rip it open and then just throw it out. I mean, I was taught not to even use a book as to put something on top of. A book is a book. So are we losing this morale? Are the morals going out of the window thanks to technology?
Okay, so this is future Antonio recording while editing the video. We had some problems with the video and we have lost the last couple minutes. So I'm recording this just to let you know that we were saying goodbyes to you. Reminded you that you can comment and send your questions to our YouTube, Spotify. Comment, like, subscribe. That helps us a lot. So feel free to send us our questions. And thank you for listening. And see you in the next time. Bye.